Have you ever paused and wondered what your life would be like if you could just crank up your energetic vibration and completely flip your reality upside down? Sounds wild, right? But here's the thing. The less you think, the higher your vibe. I know. It sounds pretty counterintuitive at first. But when your mind's running a marathon with endless thoughts, it pulls you farther away from your true essence, from that pure, high-energy state you have access to. Now, think about the happiest moments in your life. Got one in mind? What were you thinking at the time? Or better yet, were you even thinking at all? What if the key to those moments of true happiness and fulfillment lies in quieting the chatter in your head, in letting go of the mental noise that fills up your day? Raising your personal vibration is like tapping into a secret superpower. It's one of the most transformative things you can do. When your energy is high, you're more connected, more in tune with the world around you. It's like your whole being is in sync with the universe. And you start to see the magic everywhere. Your relationships, your opportunities, your growth. It all starts flowing like a river at high tide. High vibes attract high-energy people, situations, and experiences that mirror this positive energy. So today, let's dive into something simple but powerful. Thought reduction. You're probably thinking, wait, how can thinking less change anything? But trust me, this little shift can work wonders, giving you a sense of peace, clarity, and alignment with your life's true path. When your vibration is soaring, your body feels it too. Your physical health gets a boost as your vital energy flows freely, strengthening your immune system and making you feel downright good. And in your relationships, you'll find yourself connecting with people who vibe on the same frequency, which leads to deeper, more harmonious connections. As for personal and professional growth, higher vibes put you in sync with your life's purpose, opening doors to opportunities that align with your deepest desires and talents. But here's the real kicker. Raising your vibration doesn't just change how you see the world, it transforms how you experience it. It's like stepping into a whole new dimension where life feels richer, fuller, and more satisfying. It's a total inner overhaul that spills over into every corner of your world, bringing you peace, synchronicities, and a constant flow of well-being and gratitude. This technique I'm about to share, it's going to flip your relationship with your thoughts on its head and raise your vibration to heights you probably never thought possible. But how can reducing your thoughts possibly make you feel more vibrationally elevated? Well, let's break it down. Picture this. You're time traveling back to a memory that fills you with joy, a moment with friends, an achievement, or just a simple, peaceful walk where everything felt right. Now, close your eyes for a second and let that memory wash over you. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Hear the laughter echoing around you. Smell the flowers in the air. Let yourself get lost in this memory, feeling every little detail like it's happening right now. What you'll notice is this. During that blissful moment, you weren't weighed down by a million thoughts. You weren't overthinking or worrying about anything. You were simply there, living fully in the moment. That absence of overthinking, that's flow. It's when you're fully immersed in the now, free from mental distractions. And when you're in that state, your vibration rises because you're in perfect harmony with your true self. So when you quiet your mind and let go of the constant stream of thoughts, you create space for your natural elevated energy to blossom. The connection between the absence of thoughts and a higher vibration is deeper than you might think. It's like this hidden treasure that we all have access to, but most of us are too busy running around chasing the next shiny thing to realize it. Our thoughts, especially the repetitive negative ones, create all kinds of energetic roadblocks that prevent us from tapping into our true energy. They trap us in the past, tying us to old worries, or push us into the future, where anxiety lurks. All of this keeps us from connecting with the positive energy that's around us, waiting to flow into our lives. But here's the thing. When We start to reduce those thoughts. We clear the path for our energy to move freely, just like a river unblocked by debris. And when our energy flows freely, it's like we suddenly tune ourselves to a higher frequency. It's almost like a switch flips, and we begin to attract people, situations, and opportunities that resonate with this positive energy. Our energy, field, that invisible bubble around us, gets stronger with inner peace and the absence of mental chaos. This acts as a shield, blocking out negative influences and creating a barrier against anything that doesn't match our elevated vibe. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you hit the right frequency, everything just clicks. Life starts aligning in a way that feels smooth, almost magical. That's the power of quieting the mind. It's a game changer. Now let's think about the times when you felt pure happiness. Really present, no worries, just enjoying the moment. You weren't bogged down by a million thoughts, right? It was all about being there, fully immersed in the now. And that's exactly how your vibration rises. It's like your energy is light, free, and soaring. Okay? But let's dive a little deeper. We've touched on how the absence of thoughts connects to those joyful moments, but let's break it down even more. First things first, we've got to understand the difference between thinking and thoughts. Thinking is an active process. It's when you're solving problems, making decisions, or planning your next steps. It's a mental workout, but necessary when you need it. On the other hand, thoughts are just there. They pop up on their own, like uninvited guests at a party. And often they're not even useful. Thinking is the verb, the action. Thoughts are the nouns, the things that exist whether we want them to or not. Now, here's the big realization. We're not our thoughts. We're the observers of them. And this is where things get interesting. Thinking is great when you need to solve a problem, but when it's running non-stop, it just distances us from the calm we crave. Those constant thoughts, especially the negative ones, are like a weight around our neck. They pull our vibration down, dragging it to a lower frequency. Picture this. Your mind's like a filter. It takes in the world and processes it through the lens of your thoughts. When those thoughts are negative or repetitive, they distort your view, making the world seem darker than it really is. And guess what? This filter starts attracting more situations that reinforce those thoughts. It's like you're stuck in a feedback loop. More negative situations, more negative thoughts, and round it goes. Now imagine your energy field as a river, flowing smoothly and freely. That's how it should be. But when you're trapped in endless thoughts, especially the kind that don't serve you, it's like debris piling up in that river, blocking the flow. This creates energy blockages that show up as physical tiredness, brain fog, uncontrollable emotions, or even physical ailments. Your vital energy, your life force, should be circulating freely, but when it gets stuck, your vibration drops. It's like trying to swim upstream when the current is too strong. When I say, the less you think, the higher you vibrate, it's because quieting your mind brings peace. And peace is the key to harmonious energy. When we reduce the number of thoughts, especially the ones that don't serve us, we create a space of calm inside. This mental silence is exactly what allows our energy to flow freely, without any obstacles. Throughout history, spiritual masters have said the same thing. Quiet the mind, and you'll find peace. Buddha, for instance, taught that attachment to thoughts and desires was the root of suffering. He recommended meditation as a way to step back, observe your thoughts, and detach from them, eventually reaching a state of no mind. This is where true inner peace lies, when you're not attached to the endless stream of thoughts that usually flood your mind. It's in that silence where your true vibration can rise. Eckhart Tolle, a brilliant spiritual teacher, is always harping on the importance of living in the present moment. He's basically saying, this is where the magic happens. True peace, true enlightenment. They're found when we stop living in the past or future and just be in the now. He talks a lot about how identifying too much with our thoughts keeps us stuck, like being trapped in a cage we built ourselves. Ramana Maharshi, this wise Indian sage, also had a lot to say on this. He talked about asking yourself, who am I? Not in a lost-in-the-woods kind of way, but as a tool to unravel the whole illusion that we are our thoughts. When we ask that question, we start to peel back the layers and see the truth beneath. Our true nature is pure consciousness, this high-vibe, unshakable presence that exists beyond the chatter in our minds. But here's the thing. Reducing mental noise doesn't mean we stop thinking altogether, like we're trying to erase our brains. Nope. It's more about stepping back and observing those thoughts, like watching cars pass by without jumping into one and driving off. It's about letting your true essence shine through the calm that comes when we stop identifying with the noise in our heads. And when we start doing that, something incredible happens. We begin to see the world differently. Our vibration lifts, and our whole experience of life transforms. So, let's get practical. I want to share a technique that's been a game changer for me. It's called observing your thoughts. Simple, right? But here's the kicker. It takes practice. You're not going to nail it the first time, and that's okay. Find a quiet spot where you can sit comfortably. No distractions. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Let yourself sink into the moment. Picture your mind like a movie screen. Your thoughts are the movie, and you're just sitting there, relaxed, popcorn in hand, watching it all unfold. Don't get caught up in the plot, just observe. When a thought pops up, whether it's a worry or something random, don't try to judge it, fix it, or push it away. Just notice it and let it drift by. No attachment. If you catch yourself getting sucked into a thought, don't beat yourself up. Just gently bring your attention back to the role of the observer. It's like gently redirecting a kid who wandered off. No judgment, no frustration. Just keep coming back to that observing place. Start with a few minutes, then build up as you get the hang of it. The magic of this practice is that it creates space inside you, a space that's vital for raising your vibration. This space helps you step back from all those repetitive negative thoughts that drag your energy down. You're no longer at the mercy of every little worry or anxiety. With fewer thoughts fighting for your attention, your mind clears up like a fog lifting from a path. You can make decisions more consciously, ones that align with your true self. Plus, when you observe your thoughts, you start recognizing emotional patterns. You're not controlled by them anymore. It's like realizing that you're not the puppet, you're the one holding the strings. You gain emotional balance, and let me tell you, that's a game changer. And because you're creating space in your mind, new ideas and insights can pop in, often out of nowhere, like little sparks of inspiration lighting up a dark room. This is one of my favorite practices. It calms me, centers me, and I get to know myself better with each observation. It's like peeling an onion and discovering new layers of who I am. A few years ago, I was drowning in stress and anxiety. My mind was like a hamster wheel, round and round with worries about the future and regrets about the past. So I dove into studying the mind and the subconscious, and that's when I stumbled on the practice of observing my thoughts. At first, it felt like my mind was a wild river, fast-moving, uncontrollable. But with time, I started to notice little pockets of stillness, like calm pools in the middle of the current. It was incredible. I found peace in those moments, a connection to the present that I had never experienced before. And over time, this practice didn't just help me relax, it raised my vibration. My stress levels dropped, and I felt more grounded, more me. Eventually, I realized I didn't have to get involved with every negative thought. This new perspective gave me power over my thoughts, and that power changed everything. I started to see how my thoughts affected my energy, and how my energy shaped my reality. It was like flipping a switch. I was no longer a passenger in my own life. Understanding the connection between thoughts, energy, and vibration is key to maintaining a high, balanced vibration. It's not just about what you think, it's about how you relate to those thoughts. And when you learn to observe them, instead of getting swept away by them, you start to raise your vibration in ways you didn't even know were possible. The energy field, or aura, is like the invisible blanket that wraps around us. It's not just some fluffy concept. It's made up of these subtle energies that flow out from our bodies, reflecting our emotions, thoughts, and spiritual state. Think of it as a mirror, one that shows the true reflection of what's going on inside. Our thoughts and feelings? Yeah, they have a direct line to this field. When we're thinking positively and feeling high vibe, it's like we're pumping up the energy field, making it bigger and stronger. But when we let negativity creep in, those heavy, dense emotions can pull everything in, squeezing and weakening our energy. That's why it's crucial to keep our energy field in top shape. A strong, healthy aura protects us from all that outside. Junk, negative people, bad vibes, and situations that just drain you. When your energy is clean and vibrant, you'll start attracting experiences and people who match that high frequency. It's like a magnet, drawing in everything that resonates with that good energy. The practice of observing your thoughts helps clean up your field, but you can do even more to make sure it stays sparkling. One of the best ways to do this is through purification meditation. Find a quiet spot where you can sit comfortably, close your eyes, and let your mind settle. Now, picture a bright white light surrounding you, like a warm, glowing cocoon. Imagine that light moving deep into your body, soaking into each cell, washing away any negative or heavy energy. With every breath out, let that white light carry the gunk with it, leaving you feeling fresh, renewed, and revitalized. It's like hitting the reset button on your energy. We're constantly interacting with the energy of others and the spaces we occupy. Sometimes we don't even realize it. Ever walk into a room full of people and instantly feel the energy shift? That's your aura connecting with the vibes of the room. The same thing happens when we're in places like hospitals or other environments, where there's a lot of pain and suffering. You walk in and boom, you can almost feel the drain. Being aware of these interactions is key because it allows us to take steps to protect and cleanse our energy when needed. And let's not forget the collective energy that surrounds us too. Society, family, media, it's like we're swimming in a soup of collective thoughts and emotions. If we're not careful, these can start to influence our own energy. From the time we're kids, we're hit with all these beliefs and values that shape how we see ourselves in the world. A lot of them we absorb without even realizing, and they create thought patterns that don't vibe with our true selves. Like the pressure to fit into some mold of success or beauty, that can create feelings of inadequacy or low self-worth. If we're not paying attention, these collective beliefs can lower our vibration and leave us feeling drained or disconnected. Family energy is another thing that can really leave a mark. Every family has its own set of beliefs and behavior patterns, and those are passed down from generation to generation like an invisible inheritance. Some of these patterns are helpful, but others can keep us stuck. Limiting beliefs, unhealthy. Dynamics. They can all affect our energy and our ability to manifest the reality we want. The first step in shaking these off is recognizing where they came from. Once we can spot them, we can start letting go and stepping into a more authentic, higher vibe version of ourselves. We've talked before about the power of observation, and trust me, this is a game changer. By simply tuning in to our thoughts, we can start to figure out which ones are truly ours and which ones are just echoes from the outside world. So here's a little exercise for you. Ask yourself, is this thought really mine? Or did I pick it up from society, my family, or who knows where? This simple question helps you start peeling away the layers, separating your true voice from the noise. Let's be real. Letting go of those external influences isn't something that happens overnight. It takes a little work and some daily practices to stay in a high vibe zone. One way to do this? Positive affirmations. Yup, Those little sentences that might seem cheesy at first, but they work. Say them every day, and they'll start to shift things. I am enough. I am worthy of love and success. I am free to be me. Say it with feeling, with your whole heart. The more you repeat them, the more you'll feel them seep into your bones, raising your vibration in the process. Self-care? Oh, it's a must. You've got to feed your soul, not just your body. Take time to breathe in the fresh air, stretch those legs, eat foods that fuel you, and heck, give yourself a moment of quiet, just to listen to your inner world. These little acts are like plugging your energy into a battery charger, helping you stay strong against the outside influences that want to drag you down. Now, I can't stress this enough. Consistency is everything. It's not about hitting it hard for a week and then giving up. It's about showing up for yourself every single day, no matter how small the step. Transformation? It's like planting seeds and watching them grow. It doesn't happen overnight, and that's okay. You're building something real, something solid, so be patient with yourself. Trust me, it's all worth it. As you keep going, you'll start noticing some big changes. Life will begin to flow smoother, and those challenges you used to dread, well, they'll start to feel a lot more manageable. It's like having a new pair of glasses. Suddenly, everything's clearer, and you've got the strength to handle whatever comes your way. So, take this journey with an open heart and a calm mind. There's so much good on the horizon. You've got this. Keep going. Keep learning. And watch as your life transforms into something more joyful, peaceful, and fulfilling than you ever imagined. Hey, if this video spoke to you, I'd love for you to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this message with someone who might need it. Drop a comment below and let me know how you're feeling, any thoughts or experiences you want to share. Thanks for being here and take care. I'll catch you soon.